Hi, welcome. It's the first edition of On the Road with Debiyi. Like, yay! I'm so glad, I'm so excited for this. I'm so, thrilled by this. And like I said in the introductory video, this is really about relationships. And then I need to make something clear. This is not just about, boy-girl relationships, male-female relationships. Of course, I'm not going to be talking about gay relationships. But I'm saying this extends to, friendships, mentorships, and stuff like that. Things that relationships that basically you have in your life, and people who you relate with constantly on a daily basis. So yes, that's what On the Road with Debiyi is about. And my first topic on the first edition of the vlog is we all have scars. Now, this topic essentially speaks to the things that we do in relationships, really because of our past experiences, things that have happened to us in the past, things that we've seen in previous relationships that now affect the way we relate with the persons that we are in a relationship with right now. For example, we have people who have had mentors who turned out to be tormentors. We have people who had boyfriends or girlfriends who turned out to be enemies, actually, because they took so much out of them and then they left them with really nothing to look onto, or really nothing to look back to, or really no significant impact that they could say, okay, this person bettered me in this particular way. So yes, we all have scars. That's the truth. We all have different occurrences. We all have different instances of things that have happened to us and then have shaped the way we see relationships. But the essence of today's vlog is not really to dwell on the fact that there are people who mess up relationships and all of that. But the truth is this: I've realized that over time you find that the scars that we have tend to shape the way that we interact with the people that we are in a relationship with now. Not necessarily because of things that they've done, but because of things that have been done to us which we are trying to anticipate that they would do. Now, a few weeks ago, I got a light bulb moment in my heart where God was trying to tell me that the reason why people are so temporary these days, the reason why we have so many broken relationships these days, is we are trying to eliminate the risk factor in relationships. And then he took that further by telling me that when he sent Christ to us, there was no guarantee that man would accept Christ. Well, he just sent Christ anyways, because that is what God does. God is love. And then he just told me also that love loves even when there are no guarantees. Love loves even when it doesn't seem like love will be reciprocated. Now, am I saying that you should be in a relationship where the love is not being reciprocated? No. Let's take that in context. I'm trying to say that there are times where, or in every relationship rather, there are times where you would not feel the love, so to speak. There are times where you would not, the thing will not be doing you like it was doing you at the beginning. Now, I'm sure a lot of people have experienced what I'm talking about, and then it's important that you understand that the past experiences that you've had are just occurrences. They are not principles, they are not fact, they are not lay down laws or lay down rules or lay down character. They are not laid down character traits that you would always expect from everyone of that gender. So yes, we all have scars. Some people have dated somebody who they really gave so much to, they believed so much of, and then they found out that this person really was not taking them as seriously as they were taking the person. Or we find people who their father or their uncle or their auntie or somebody discovered that their spouse had an entire other family, and they didn't find this out until such person was late, and there was no indication while the person was alive that such a thing was going on. Or the people who there was really nothing wrong on the face of it in their relationship, but they just discovered that the more they continued, the longer they continued, it became clearer that the other person did not hold them in as much esteem as they held the person. So yes, that's exactly what today is about. And then I'm minded to let you know that until this person that you're talking about, until this person who you are with right now gives you a reason to start to doubt them, until they give you a reason to start to think that the things that you expect would actually happen, it's unfair. Actually, it's unfair to hold them in that spell. It's unfair to hold them in that space where you are anticipating that there would be something wrong. So of course, I know that you've been hurt in the past. Of course, I know that you've gone through things in the past. But the truth is, you cannot use those experiences to shape your present relationship. Because the truth is, when you do this, more often than not, the relationship is going to break. Because if you think about it, what if the other person in the relationship was doing exactly what you were doing? you find out that there would be no relationship at all. So 80% of the time, when you keep doing what you're doing right now, if you're already doing what I'm talking about, you discover that the relationship is going to break. Now, when the relationship breaks, you now have to deal with the guilt of, okay, maybe if I hadn't done this, or maybe if I had done this, or maybe if I had done things differently, things would have turned out entirely in a different way. So this is what this is about. Do not allow yourself to be carrying the pain of the guilt of a relationship that broke because you decided to rely on your past experiences to judge your present relationships. So yes, I know you have scars. I know I have scars. But it's important that you take those scars and learn the lessons behind them. So for example, were you too trusting? Were you too blinded to the truth that this person's character was revealing? For example, your friend said, are you sure about this guy? Are you sure about this girl? But you were like, oh no, my head's in cloud 9. He does everything. He's everything to me. I don't even need friends right now. Even my family members are not needed in this particular sequence. So as long as this person is here, I'll be good. And then you shot yourself out, and then you made your life an island basically, which was you and this person just marooned on that island, and that was all that your life was about. So it's important that you learn the lessons behind your scars, because if you don't learn the lessons behind your scars, you would keep replicating those mistakes and getting scarred even deeper and deeper. And that's why you find people who have major trust issues and cannot even trust their own shadow. So what are the lessons behind your scars? I need you to look at what happened to you in the past. I need to examine what happened to you in the past and see how there were lessons, there were things that you ignored. Because this is the truth. I like to say this, that nobody is that good at deception. There was a time when it was so popular online where people were saying, Yoruba guys are demons and all of that. Yeah, that's I'm Yoruba, so sometimes I look at that story and I'm like, why would people even think this? But anyways, what I'm trying to make is this. After talking to a couple of people who people were referring to as Yoruba demons, I started to see that not everybody is that good with deception. Not everybody knows how to. In fact, I think that nobody is that good with deception. Nobody can maintain 3-4 relationships without showing any signs whatsoever that they were not being serious with one or two of them. Now, I'm trying to say that learn the lessons. There are lessons. You just need to actually sit down, be introspective, be deliberate, be intentional, and then look at the things that happen to you and see how you played a role. Because the truth is, and this is where it gets hard to accept, you played a role towards making those things happen the way they did. So I want you to find out what your role is and then see how you do not replicate those roles in future relationships. So yes, I want to keep this under 7 minutes, but we're on 8 minutes already. So that's On The Road with Debiyi for this week. I'm excited for the next edition. See you next time. Bye.